people to have that experience of a great tasting Australian butter that's full of tang and creaminess. Hi, I'm Pierre from Pepe Saya Handmade Cultured Butter. Cultured butter is where you get fresh cream from the farm, you culture it with a lactic culture and let it ferment. So this is the cultured cream. This has been fermenting for 15 hours, and it's got a lactic culture in there that basically eats up all the sugar in the cream, and the bacteria can grow. This process is between 15 to 20 hours, depending on the cream, and we use a very, very nice farm cream for this particular butter. The butter all came about because of my passion for cream. I work with a lot of cream products, custards and mousses, and just playing with cream all day long got me interested in how cream can be stored, how you can prolong the life of cream, and then the obvious answer was butter. That's the only way to do it. We wanted something very unique, and drawing from my childhood, watching my grandfather spread butter like cheese on his bread, I always thought of that. He used to call me Pepe, and it just made sense at the time when we made the butter to call it Pepe Saya's butter. It's unique because there's not a lot of people in Australia that are making cultured butter. There are a handful of people making cultured butter, and what's really unique is that it's all handmade, which I don't believe there's many companies out there doing that. So basically, after churning the butter, then we strain it and we get all that buttermilk out. It's a very messy process, but that's the joy. So after we put it in here, we let it strain, and then we wash the butter. We wash the butter with pure water and let all the buttermilk out of it, because the buttermilk, I believe, taints the flavour of the butter. And then this buttermilk, we sell it off to the markets, and people buy it to make pancakes out of it. And then once this process is strained, then we pretty much hand work the butter and knead it. So we knead the butter on a table, and so it becomes butter. As you can see, it all starts sticking together, but it's full of buttermilk at the moment. You can sort of see that running out. So we want to get all that out. Butter generally enhances the flavour of food, but when you use a cultured butter for your cooking, it gives it a great flavour. Those characteristics of a cultured butter, like the tanginess, the creaminess, really transfer into the food you're cooking. The best way to store it is leave it in the fridge in foil, or you can take it out of the foil, put it on a butter dish, and then glad wrap it. That's the best way to do it. Cultured fresh butter generally lasts for 3 months or 90 days. But it does tend to oxidise if light comes onto it or it's not sealed properly. Pepe Saya's cultured salted butter is salted with 2 salts, Australian salts. Olsen's dairy salt, and the other one is the Murray River Basin pink salt, which is a finishing salt. So when we knead our butter, we knead it with the Olsen's dairy salt, and then to finish it off, we pat on the Murray River Basin pink salt. After the butter's worked and kneaded, we weigh it, and then we roll it up, and then it goes straight into these molds, and we actually hand wrap the butter, and we press it by hand. It's quite a unique way of doing it. My dad made me these molds at his workshop. There's probably a machine that would do this for me about 1,000 a minute or something, but anyway, this is how we do it. This is definitely a labour of love. Artisan products, you work 12 hours a day, quite low pay. You got to get a lot of people interested in your product to buy it to make any money out of it. But what gets me up in the morning is definitely getting in there and smelling those beautiful cultured creams and churning it, watching the cream change from white to yellow, and playing with the butter itself actually. The highlight is making an amazing butter that people actually like. I'm humbled by the fact that people say, hey, your butter tastes amazing. Pepe Saya is an alter ego. Pepe Saya is a connoisseur of fine food. He was named after me, as Pepe was my nickname as a child.